Hey everyone, before we dive in, I just want to say something real quick. Behind these podcasts, there's a real person who's passionate about creating content that brings tough, important topics into the open. Hitting that subscribe, like, and comment button costs you absolutely nothing, but it means the world to me. It helps this channel grow, it helps these conversations reach more people, and honestly, it keeps me motivated to keep creating. So if you enjoy topics like this, if you value honest, raw discussions, please take a second to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It makes a huge difference, and I truly appreciate your support. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to Salud al Día. Today we're diving into a topic that's as intriguing as it is challenging: personality disorders in relationships. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh no, are we about to psychoanalyze every ex we've ever had? Don't worry, this isn't about armchair diagnosing or blaming people for their struggles. This is about understanding, setting boundaries, and most importantly, protecting your peace. So, whether you've dated someone with a personality disorder, suspect you might be in that situation now, or you're just trying to dodge some relationship landmines in the future, this episode is for you. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it. First, let's set the stage. Personality disorders are patterns of thinking, behaving, and relating to others that are deeply ingrained and can cause significant issues in relationships. They're not just about having a bad day or being moody. They're about persistent patterns that affect a person's ability to connect, communicate, and maintain trust. Now, before we jump into the nitty-gritty, here's something important. Not everyone with a personality disorder is toxic or dangerous. People with personality disorders are still people. Many of them are aware of their struggles and are actively working on them. But here's the kicker. You can't fix them. That's not your job. Your job is to know your limits, communicate your boundaries, and decide what you're willing and not willing to deal with. Let's start with the heavy hitters, the personality disorders that tend to wreak the most havoc in romantic relationships. We're talking about borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and antisocial personality disorder. Now, I'm not here to villainize anyone, but these particular disorders can create intense, chaotic, and sometimes harmful dynamics if left unchecked. Borderline personality disorder, for example, often involves intense mood swings, fear of abandonment, and a roller coaster of emotional highs and lows. You might feel like one minute you're on a honeymoon and the next minute you're walking on eggshells. Narcissistic personality disorder, on the other hand, often involves a lack of empathy, a need for admiration, and a tendency to manipulate others to maintain control. And antisocial personality disorder, that one's a little rarer, but it's associated with disregard for rules, a lack of remorse, and in extreme cases, dangerous behavior. Now let me stop right here and say, having traits of these disorders doesn't make someone a bad person. We all have our quirks and flaws, and personality disorders exist on a spectrum. But if you find yourself constantly drained, walking on eggshells, or feeling manipulated, it's time to pay attention. So how can you spot red flags before things get serious? First, trust your gut. If someone seems overly charming in a way that feels rehearsed, if they love bomb you with affection early on but then flip into cold indifference, or if they constantly play the victim without ever taking responsibility for their actions, pay attention. Healthy relationships are built on consistency, mutual respect, and accountability. Another big red flag: boundaries. If someone gets angry, guilt trips you, or tries to punish you when you set a boundary, that's not okay. Boundaries are not about control, they're about respect. If someone can't respect your limits early on, it's unlikely they'll magically start respecting them later. All right, let's say you're already in a relationship with someone who you suspect might have a personality disorder. What do? Step 1, educate yourself. Understanding the disorder, whether it's borderline, narcissistic, or otherwise, can help you navigate the relationship more effectively. But here's the key. You are not their therapist. Encourage them to seek professional help, offer support when appropriate, but don't sacrifice your well-being trying to fix them. Step 2. Set clear, non-negotiable boundaries and stick to them. If certain behaviors are unacceptable to you, like name-calling, manipulation or explosive anger, make that crystal clear. If those boundaries are crossed repeatedly, it's time to reevaluate whether this relationship is serving you. Step 3. Seek support for yourself. Whether it's therapy, support groups, or talking to trusted friends, you need an outlet. Being in a relationship with someone who has a personality disorder can be emotionally draining, and you need to take care of your own mental health too. Now, let's flip the script for a moment. What if you suspect that you might have some of these patterns yourself? First of all, kudos to you for being self-aware enough to even ask that question. Awareness is the first step to healing. Seek professional help. A therapist who specializes in personality disorders can offer tailored support, tools and strategies to help you manage your relationships more effectively. And let's talk about when it's time to walk away. Look, love is beautiful, but it's not supposed to make you feel unsafe, unseen, or constantly drained. If your mental health is suffering, if you're losing your sense of self, or if you feel like you're trapped in a cycle of chaos, leaving might be the healthiest choice you can make. And guess what? That's okay. Walking away doesn't mean you failed. It means you chose yourself. All right, before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. Relationships are complicated and nobody is perfect. But the right relationship should make you feel secure, supported and respected. If you're navigating a relationship with someone who has a personality disorder, or if you suspect you might have one yourself, there's help available. Therapy works, boundaries work, and most importantly, self-respect works. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Leave us a review, hit that subscribe button, and remember, here at Salud al Día, we're all about breaking taboos, having honest conversations, and building healthier, happier connections. This is Salud al Día, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Now go out there, stay aware, stay kind, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.